It's your girl Mimi. We're back at it with another one, and today we are recapping Married at First Sight US, and this is season 19. I ain't ever watched this before, but I get the vibes of it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to your girl. So let's get on with it. So we're gonna start with episode 1. Okay. So we're firstly introduced to Jalen and Josh. So Jalen, she's a rom-com girlie. She's a realtor, 27. Her parents were high school sweethearts, but it kind of stayed together for the kids, but later on they divorced. The lack of love between her parents is not what she wants, so she's looking for true emotional connection. Josh, then we have Josh. He got a business of his own. He's a millionaire. Like, he did all the work, and he came from a poor background. His mother was in prison, and basically his grandmother is the one that took care of him since childhood. And he recently just found out that, his real father, and the father didn't even know he existed. So a lot of family trauma, a lot of, I understand this man at a personal level. Anyway, he never knew his father existed, but now they're contacting, and every day the father is reaching out to him saying, what's up, what's good, just trying to build that connection that was never there. Basically says he's looking for someone humble, because he, coming from a poor background, working to where he is right now, he had to be humble. A good communicator, and he defined his spec. He said he wants someone thin, he wants someone petite. So the experts, they gotta give Josh what he wants. And I feel like Jalen fits the mark. So now Josh, he's with his friends. They're getting ready for the wedding day, and he's basically like, I didn't invite my mother because we don't have a good relationship. And he also didn't invite his father because, I just met you, I don't really know you. Jalen been through a lot in relationships. So she basically obviously broke up with her ex, go with someone else. While she's with someone else, she found her ex died. Then with her current boyfriend, and the current boyfriend cheated on her as well. That's a lot. So the couples, they share sentimental gifts. So Jalen sends Josh's letter, and cheerleader pom-poms, basically representing that she's gonna be supporting him all through, cheering for him all through, and he got really emotional about that. So then we have the reveal, how girly comes out, and he likes what he sees. It's cute, they're nervous, I like them together. I feel like they're my favorite couples. Then we have Brittany and Will. So Brittany basically says she grew up in a 2-person household. There was no affection, no love there, and she don't want that for her. So she don't want that. While Will's parents are divorced, but his grandparents, they still together over 30 plus years, and that's the kind of love he looks up to. So now we're prepping for the wedding, and Will comes off a bit like I wouldn't be able to hang out with Will, because they're that kind of people that they want to be the smartest person in the room. Will, he's just using all these vocabulary words while talking to his friends, and he's giving show-offy. The friends are just laughing. They're like, what are you saying? And he's basically like, y'all don't know vocabulary, y'all didn't do tests in your school, what are y'all on? Basically trying to show you he's the smartest person in the room. I don't vibe with that. I wouldn't like to hang out with someone like that. It's calm down. Yeah. And he basically says he values, all the women he's dated, the only one he actually values or are the intelligent ones. So he values the mind. You want someone smart as he is, Then we got Brittany. Brittany says she ain't never been in a relationship that's over 3 months. Well, that's a you problem. If it's a constant thing, you've never been in a relationship that's been over three months, over the 3 months mark, that's a problem. And we need to sit down and take an inventory of ourselves, because you're about to get married now. We want a long-term marriage. She basically said she got it all. She got a good career, she has a home, but she needs someone in her life, and she don't want to be single like a lot of members in her family. That's a problem. If a lot of women in your family are single, it's definitely a generational problem. It's definitely an issue with the ladies. What's going on here? We gotta look at the cycle. But she said she don't want that for herself. She want to break that damn cycle or stop. And I think prayer would be the first choice rather than going on Married at First Sight. Prayer is what we need to do. I feel like it's a spiritual issue, but that's just me. So Will and his mother, they have a conversation, and Will's mother literally leaves a lipstick stain on his suit. And I'm thinking where is production? Clean it up. That stain was with him all through. It's the first day meet as strangers, so it's gonna be a little awkward. So I can't really judge them by the conversation they have the first day. But it seems like they're vibing off each other, they like each other. But it's because I met you today, it's gonna be awkward. So I feel like that's what I'm getting from them. So now we're doing our wedding party, and Will basically jokes that once this is over, like he's off to bed. Like I would be too. They're strangers after all. We ain't gonna get down on the sheets in the first day. And Brittany basically says like she doesn't sleep on bed sheets, and I'm confused. Like, anyways, she basically takes, she even like when she goes to hotels, she takes their blankets. That's a bit weird to me. While Will basically says he don't even get under the sheets, so they're good with that. So now Will meets the parents. The father welcomes him, calls him like his son-in-law. The father is a vibe. He's trying to create like, this is a weird situation. Like my daughter is getting married to someone she doesn't know, first day. But let's have a conversation to get to know you. And Brittany's father went straight in and says, "You believe in Jesus? Have you accepted Jesus as your personal Lord and Savior?" He basically asked him like, "What's your religion? Like, what are you?" And he basically says, "I believe there's a higher power." I hate when people do this. It's always those people that believe in crystals and signs. There's only one high power, and the highest power is of God. But the dad says someone in this family, they have to believe Jesus. They have to accept Jesus as a Lord and personal Savior. He's like, "I know your parents are definitely religious. Like, what's their religion?" Mm-hmm. He's like, then start asking confused. He's like, "I don't even know if it's the church." Yes, they go to church sometimes. It starts to parabolate. Then it goes off to say, well, the Catholic Church killed millions and millions of people. And it's like, why are we giving history lessons? You're talking to her parents. You're supposed to try to impress them, let them know that everything's going to be okay. It's a strange experience, but we gonna try to make it. Rather than talking about like people dying. It was very awkward. It was very like, why do you need to do this? Then Brittany's father was like, "Okay, this is awkward. I don't want to have this conversation." He was like, "Okay, do you play dominoes?" Yeah, and that's how he ended that conversation as he should, because it was getting a little awkward. Like, the mother's just there trying to catch the vibe, but there was nothing there. Both the mother and the father, they really tried, but this man is very awkward. Jalen's mother and Jalen, they tell Josh that, guess what? I'm getting married too, and it's shocking. Both mother and daughter. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm just trying to think like, how did this conversation happen? I go to my mom and say, "I'm gonna apply for marriage the first time." She's like, "Yeah, me too." Like, how did it work? Or was it the mother that did it first? So now we're in episode 2. We have our new couples, Megan and Derek. So Megan, she's been single for 7 years. She works in her family business, and outside of that, she works in real estate. Like, everybody's in real estate, like these American reality shows. Like, everybody's freaking doing real estate. So she basically says she's an introvert. So then we got Derek. He's a COO of a health and wellness company. So now we are at our wedding preparation. Megan's mother is very off-putting. She's very off-putting. Like, I understand she doesn't support the experiment. Like, she did say it herself. She don't want to support it. She's trying to talk her out of it. And she reminds Megan that, 50% of marriages that lead to divorce. I'm just thinking like, can you bring like a positive energy here? So both Megan and Derek, they exchange gifts. So Megan gives Derek an ice bath, and that could never be me. I don't know how that girl is doing ice baths. Like, and he actually took the ice bath because it's basically like it's nothing new that he hasn't done before. And Derek gave her like this heart-shaped ring case and also writes a heartfelt letter. While Megan was reading the letter that Derek wrote, the mother's face of disapproval, the mother's face of disgust, is like, y'all never seen this guy before. And Megan's like, "Mom, like, he's saying something nice in this letter. Fix your face. Fix the face." They're real pretty good. Like, I don't see anything negative. Like, Derek like was a C's, vice versa. So now they have a cute wedding party. Megan's mother, she's there watching Megan and Derek like a hawk while they're dancing. And Megan basically says her mother can be quite controlling. A mother-in-law that's controlling, that's a problem. I feel like it's because she's in the family business, and obviously the mother is the boss, so there's kind of like that controlling aspect didn't leave the room. She couldn't separate controlling in the business to controlling at home. Megan's mother also told Derek's mother that if they pass the 6-month mark, y'all can come to my house. Like, it's like, what is this for? Like, why are you doing this? So Derek talks to Megan's mom, and she basically says, you're not a serial killer, right? And he's like, no, I'm not. It was like, that's very good, nice to confirm that. I'm just like, okay, like, that's weird. And she basically says she's not into this kind of experience. She's like, it's weird to her. And she basically says she's been married for 43 years. She takes marriage very seriously, as she should. And she really says, she can't control what's going on like she wish she could, but her daughters are grown up now. And I'm thinking, like, you still kind of controlling, though. She basically told Megan, like, yeah, I hope it works out, but, I'll start up everything. If it doesn't work out for you guys, I like his parents. So then we have Pat and Rhonda. Rhonda, she's 63. She's been married twice. Her first marriage, they got married after 3 months. Then the next one, they got married for 3 months, together for 9 years. The next marriage only lasted 8 months. And the reason why her first marriage didn't work is because the man wanted to be a house husband. He didn't want to do the work. They had to rely on a single income. He was a lazy man. But the next marriage, not more. She didn't really dive deep into that one. Right now, she's been not married for 25 years. Then we got Pat. Pat is 59. He's 59. He was married for 30 years. 30 freaking years. Like, you're gonna work things out. 30 years is a long time. But anyway, 30 years, well, he basically said he stayed in the marriage for the kids. He stayed in the marriage for the kids. Like, but then later, he's like, I'm out kind of thing. I gotta pursue my happiness. I gotta find my person. Rhonda, the son basically says, yeah, I'm nervous for you because you are quite intense and you're someone that kind of likes things done your way. I don't know if anyone could match with you. That's what he's trying to say. So now the reveal, Rhonda is the only one wearing a red dress. Everyone was wearing white, but Rhonda, she decides to stand out. She's that kind of lady. They both find each other attractive. Love that for them. So Pa basically says right now he's moved to Austin he's been in Austin for like a year now. And he's with his mother temporarily. The mother, she's going through a lot after the father died. And she's like, so is it like a recent kind of thing? He's like, he died 3 years ago in an accident. But right now we're trying to get her back, get her back to how things should be, But Rhonda was actually quite real when she said, I don't remember your name. Yeah. So now we're in episode 3. And it starts off with a few other couples. So we have Brittany basically says, Will, you quite opinionated. And I'm glad she saw that because we can tell he's someone that has a lot of opinions, someone that likes to be the smartest person in the room, likes to hear his own voice. So then we have Derek and Megan, and Derek basically had a nightmare. Man was screaming at night, and Megan was fearful. Like, I would be scared too. Like, what is going on? And he basically says it kind of runs in the family. And he gave example of his dad, like when they were in a boat, like he was screaming around, running around, like it's a thing, and she is scared. And he jokes about it and says just a couple of times in a year. That's a lot. Just a couple times a year. How do you know you sleep by yourself? So Josh really tells Jane that we need a post now. Obviously, I'm in a business. I have a business partner, and it's a thing. He basically told me that I need to get a sound stop. And his business partner did the same thing when he got married as well. And she basically replied and said, I too want to build a business. I too want to be successful. Like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, I have dreams too. It's like, it's okay. We get it. Yeah, she's just trying to say, like, I'm not here for your money kind of thing. But she said she would sign it. So then we have Chad and Belinda. So Belinda is the name of Jalen's mother. And it's time for her to get married. I like Belinda. I want well for her. I want her to find true love. Because she seems like she's definitely someone that has sacrificed her life for her children. Like, she lived for the kids. She don't do nothing fun. She basically sacrificed her life for her kids. She got married really early, all these things. Like, I want her to find a good man. But Chad is 54. This is his 4th marriage. This will be his 4th marriage. So he's been married 3 times. I would like, more information on why these marriages ended. Like, he didn't give us these things. He didn't give us the information. But Belinda, are we asking these questions? Like, Like, are we asking? Because I don't see her asking. But anyway, he said trying to save and protect people has been a problem coming from his military side. Belinda, more details on our Belinda girl. She's 47. She's divorced, but it was due to infidelity. And she got married very young. She got married at 18. You know, she had her kids on 19. And she was married for 20 years. And they broke it off. Because obviously the only reason they were together is for the kids. So, yeah. While they were getting ready for the wedding, Belinda basically said she wants a man that's thick. She wants a big man because she's a big woman. And Chad fits the look. It really does fit the look. So, thanks experts. But it's just like, why are we bringing someone that's married 3 times? Okay, she wants someone funny. Chad's ticks that box. They've met each other. They like with a C. And Chad was making jokes. Like, she wanted someone funny, but it's like, don't be too funny. Like, don't overdo it kind of thing. Because Chad was making jokes all through, and it was like, it's funny, but it's like, it's not funny. And I feel like it's from nerves. But yeah, she basically said she wanted to see another side to him rather than this jokey, continuous jokey kind of thing. So now Chad speaks to her children, I guess. And obviously the main girlie is Jalen. And Jalen questioned him, you know, you were married previously? And he's like, yeah, I was married. He's like 3 times. He basically said just didn't work out, was unhappy, and being unhappy was not an option for him. And I'm thinking like, okay, 3 times? And they cut that off, and the next thing we're seeing them all dancing together. I'm like, Jalen, what did you say? Like, did you question this man? Why was he married 3 times? What was the reason? So Chad's relatives, they also revealed to Belinda, like, this man is married 3 times. And he jokes a lot, but sometimes the joke is, he overdoes the joke because he's nervous. So be aware of that. So everybody kind of packed their luggages to their honeymoon destination, and it's in Panama. So then we get Will and Brittany. Like, I'm really confused with this conversation. Like, I had to kind of watch it again and like be like, what's the big deal here? Like, what's the problem here? I'm thinking like, it's not a big deal. Like, you guys are strangers, you have sex, but then you realize, oh, I use the protection. Obviously, this is married at first sight. It may not work. Like, you know, 90% of it doesn't work. So it's like, let's not do too much. Like, let's not have unprotected sex, unwanted pregnancy, all that kind of thing. She basically said she feel triggered. And she doesn't like when people pull away. Like, people pull away all the time in her damn life. She don't want no damn pulling away. I'm like, is it really that deep? It's really that deep for Brittany. It's really that deep. And she basically talks about her whole ex thing. She basically says, you know, one day her and ex had a fight. The next day he said that she broke up. So him pulling away, saying that, let's not do this again, let's calm down kind of thing. It's giving flashbacks. She don't like the way he acted. She basically believes like he should have said, you know, we're in this together. You know, don't worry, all these things. Like, why does he need to do that? He basically says, I just want us to slow down. That is all. Like, I ain't asking us to break up or anything. Like, calm down. And then she ends it off with, you know, I just feel irritated and crappy. Like, it's really on you. It's a you problem. It's something you need to fix. And that is a wrap for the video. And I'll see you in the next one.